Welcome to Chasing for Greatness podcast. This will be the first episode for a soccer category. Our first guest of this episode is Leyton Cousino. He plays for the Granville High School soccer JV team. All episodes will last 20 minutes.
Only voice I can hear, to be honest.
What's the best sports tip you ever received?
Probably just like to keep your mental side. Like one of my old club coaches told me that I would be on the team again, and the only thing I need to work on is my mental, like not getting too mad or something like that.
Mm-hmm. What is a lesser-known sport you think more kids should try?
I mean, pickleball is pretty fun. I mean, I bet that's everyone's answer, but like other than that, probably like I can't really think of one right now.
Mm-hmm. What advice would you give to another young athlete just starting out?
Probably like start to get your mind on the games, like not just run in there and just like do whatever, like work on what you're good at, try and do what you're good at, and get locked in.
What is the best part about being on a team with your friends?
I feel like when it's with your friends, like the new club team I switched to, I have like 5 of my friends on it. And I feel like it's just much better to, like, you'll have the chemistry with them already and stuff like that. Like, you'll have people that you can already work with and you've played with before and you have, like, chemistry with, yeah.
What have you learned about teamwork from being on this team?
I feel like it's very, like, every game that we've played, like the Hartley game when we played Bishop Hartley and beat them 3-0, it was because we passed the ball. Like, if you just pass the ball, move the ball, and find the like what the team's weaknesses are, I mean, that's really how you win games.
How can your teammates help you improve?
They can always push you. Like, we have a couple juniors on the JV team, and they know what's like what to do always because they've been with the program for 3 years. So like they already know all like the standards, and the standards are pretty high. So like they got to keep us in check.
Mm-hmm. What does a good teammate look like to you?
I'd say a good teammate would be someone who pushes others to be better and pushes themselves at the same rate, and like always like joking around sometimes but locking in when needed and stuff like that.
Tell us about your favorite memory with your team.
So with this Granville team, my favorite memory is probably just like on the bus ride home, like we're like after a big win, like the bus ride home from I forgot. The bus ride home like from a big win is always hype.
Can you tell us about a time you faced a challenge in your sport and how you worked through it?
So one challenge I faced was let me think real quick. During basketball season, like me and this one other kid were not getting in as much as others after being told it would be like equal playing time. And he was like I talked, like just talking to coaches is pretty tough for me. I don't know why, but I always get like a little emotional during it. And just like talking to him about something and like asking him like what I need to work on to get in the rotation more was pretty tough.
In the future, well, what's a dream college you would want to go to?
I mean, like in the future, like a dream college would probably be the University of Dayton Flyers men's basketball team. Like that would be really fun because that's the team I've grown up rooting for.
So, do you want to go to college for basketball or soccer?
Probably basketball, just 'cause I like that sport better, and I've always thought I've been naturally gifted in that sport.
Mm-hmm. What was your biggest lesson from your most difficult loss?
Probably the most difficult loss was we beat Licking Valley at home last basketball season by like 18 points, and then we played them at their place and lost by 2, and that was one of the biggest losses. And just learning how to take a loss, and one memory from that loss would be like I felt like I was open in the corner, but maybe there was a better shot to take, and I was like mad at myself for not yelling for the ball.
Yeah. How do you stay motivated when practice gets tough or boring?
I mean, usually trying to stay motivated would be like talking to my friends and like figuring out like how to make it fun, like maybe make it a game or something like that.
Is it ever hard to balance your sports with schoolwork?
I'd say it's pretty hard, like especially during last club season. It was pretty difficult to find time for homework when I had like a game that night.
Yeah.
And like I would have to leave, like the game would be an hour away. I would have to leave at 4 and I wouldn't get back till like 9.
Yeah. Um, have you ever had like a late game? And how do you like manage with sleep for the next day?
Like usually I try and get at least like 7 hours of sleep. So I try and get most of my homework done like during a study hall and an ACE, and then if I have extra homework, like try and get it done either the morning of or the night of.
Yeah. So moving on to the next one. What do you think about before a big game?
I mean, usually you always are in your own head and you have thoughts about like, oh, this is going to happen or that's going to happen. But you just got to focus up, like maybe try to think about other things, like thinking about like what are you going to do the next day, or what did you do the other day at practice, and what do you need to work on.
How? Oh wait, no. What do you do to get in the zone?
I mean, like I've said before, listening to music, maybe like before we leave, doing like a little workout to try and get my legs warm and stuff like that.
How do you celebrate your victories?
Usually, like after a big win, like the varsity always goes out to get food, and I try and go with them since my brother's on varsity, or I just like go get food with my family, like my parents.
Before a game, what's your favorite pre-game meal or snack?
I mean, I would say probably protein waffles with a ton of syrup and like some strawberries or something.
What does your daily training routine look like?
I don't know about daily, but like usually we have lifting every Monday, Wednesday, and practice every day, but Saturday, Sunday. And like on Saturday, sometimes I do some basketball or some soccer outside, like just midday.
Yeah. If you could pick your ultimate pump-up song, what would it be?
Probably like pump up song. Probably "A Millie" by Lil Wayne.
What's something you have to give up for your sport?
I mean, time.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Life outside of sports. What is one of your favorite hobbies outside of your sport?
Hobbies. Probably like roller coasters.
Yeah. What do your friends who don't? Oh wait, no. Actually, yeah. What do your friends who don't play the sport think about your athletic success?
I mean, I feel like most of them would think I'm a pretty average athlete, to be honest. Like, I mean, I'm pretty good at both the sports I play, but I'm not, like, the best at either of them. Like, I'm pretty in the middle of the pack for both of them.
Do you have a favorite movie or TV show you watch to relax?
One TV show is Ninjago on Netflix.
What do you want to be when you grow up outside of sports?
I mean, I would love to be a lawyer. They make money and do nothing. So, well, actually, they do something. That's probably rude to say, but other than that, maybe like some kind of like business owner or like an engineer, like my dad or something. Maybe like a sports analyst. I've always thought of that. That's probably what I would want to be.
What was a moment you felt like giving up? What or who helped you push through?
So, like, last basketball season, it was kind of, actually, 7th grade basketball season, it was pretty rough. I didn't get in much, and my parents just helped motivate me to stay in it because I would get the practice. We practiced every day, and then that's why I ended up playing 8th grade basketball, too.
Mm-hmm. So, can you describe your worst performance? What did you learn from it, and what did you change after? What?
So, like, probably my worst performance was actually, it was kind of a team performance, but I definitely contributed. We had a game for my club team. We had 4 own goals, and I had one of them. And it was just like a tough loss, and it, like, the field was great, so it wasn't even that it was a bad field. It was just like a really unlucky game the whole time. And it was like tough, and like we all got over it, and like, I mean, we figured out what we were doing wrong. Like, it was something with the formation. So,
How do you handle a tough loss? Do you talk to your coach, your teammates, or do something else to process it?
I mean, tough loss, probably talk to your teammates, maybe have a team meeting, or like talk to your parents about it, like try and figure out what we need to do better or do differently.
What was the most surprising thing you learned about yourself when you had to overcome a setback or injury?
I mean, probably one of the most things is that I'm pretty motivated. Like, I tweaked my ankle a little bit ago, and I literally just went to practice and played anyways, which wasn't great on it, but it didn't really, like while I was playing, it didn't hurt. So, I mean, adrenaline's very powerful.
How do you celebrate small wins and acknowledge progress, not just major victories?
I mean, small wins or like small victories, I mean, they usually exaggerate them to make it like seem like I did something insane. Like, that's probably a way that most people would say.
What's the best advice you've received from a coach, teammate, or parent?
I mean, from a coach would probably be like, don't get in your head and try to stay locked in the whole game, and like, don't get mad after one mistake and one like substitution. Like, maybe they were just subbing you out to talk to you and put you right back in. Like, you gotta wait and think about what you're doing.
How has your sport shaped who you are today outside of being an athlete?
I mean, I feel like sports have really showed how much empathy I possess, because like you're beating a team by a ton of scores. Like in basketball, you're up by 40. You're not really going to score even more. Like, maybe you'll get yourself a couple buckets and then you'll be done. You'll pass the ball around. Like, you don't really want to, like, it shows like sportsmanship. Like, I feel like I'm a very good owner of that, and like trying to show like the refs and coaches respect.
What have you had to sacrifice to play your sport at a high level? How do you feel about those sacrifices?
I mean, I've had to sacrifice like friendships sometimes, like switching teams. Like, I just had to switch away from a team that I was playing at for 4 years, and I had so many friends on that team. And it I really I'm probably not going to see them that much anymore because none of them went to my school. So I mean, I have to sacrifice friendships. You have to sacrifice sometimes relationships with a significant other because you have to lock in on high school and sports, and maybe you have to move away or something like that.
Yeah. Has that happened to you ever before?
I mean, like I said, I had to move away from my club team, or probably my favorite club team ever, because I had so many friends on that team, and we all had bonded together for a good 3 years, 2 years for every one of us. So that was pretty rough.
Has you ever lost a teammate that that moved away or moved to another state or anything like that?
I mean, I had a club teammate. I mean, I obviously had to leave my club, but I had a club teammate. His name was Jackson. He went to Olentangy, and he switched clubs because he wanted to go play for a higher level, and we ended up moving up to the same level as him that year. So that was kind of rough because we lost his presence and the defense.
Yeah. What role do your parents play in your sports life? How do you like for them to support you?
So I feel like they're basically the motivators, and they're the ones that get me to do everything I do. Going to practice, getting my homework and stuff done, working, getting me to be active and stuff like that.
Yeah. Give me a second. What have you had to sacrifice to play a sport at a high level, if you went to a high level? How do you feel about those sacrifices?
I mean, most of the sacrifices are they're pretty much worth it because if you're playing at a high level, you're probably playing with some really good players and getting some really good minutes, and getting your work in to make you a better player. So usually those sacrifices are worth it.
If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice when you were starting your sport, what would it be?
Probably stay motivated, stay locked in, and have fun.
So for your future, what are your long-term goals in athletics?
I mean, I don't feel like I have any long-term goals, maybe play basketball in college, but probably not. Just try and do what I love.
Do you think about what comes next after your sports career ends? What do you want to explore?
I mean, I'd like to explore like my parents. My parents say this all the time. Sometimes I say something and then the sports announcers literally say it right after. At the Ohio State game Ohio State game that we were watching, I said, "Man, that guy looks like he's playing fullback." And the announcers were like, "He's kind of acting like a fullback." And my mom was like, "You could be up there doing the announcing. Jeez." So something with sports analyst or sports announcer.
Yeah. Do you have other career interests besides being a professional athlete?
I mean, really, not really, to be honest. All I want to do right now is play basketball in high school and in college if I can.
What do you hope to be remembered for as a athlete?
I mean, I hope to be a success, make something happen at Granville or whatever school I go to if I go to any other schools. Just make something happen, put my name in the record books.
Yeah. So, what does a successful season look like for you beyond just wins and losses?
I mean, just growing as a team, like maybe growing that team bonding, like growing the relationships with the teammates that you're going to play with all throughout.
Yeah. Okay. So now moving on to the next one. What does high school look like to you? That, and I know you're just a freshman, and you just started in high school. What is something that people don't tell you in high school what is something that they do not tell you before going into high school?
I mean, just like how much different it is from middle school. Like you have way more like free roam. Like during study hall, we're allowed to just talk, and in middle
Yeah.
school, we're not allowed to talk. We have to sit there in silence. And then like just take some tougher classes, challenge yourself. Like usually they won't be as hard as you think they will.
Mm-hmm. So some personal questions. What is your favorite sports memory that isn't about winning a championship?
I mean, probably like some self victories. Let me think. Like I said, one of my teammates like helped me up and stuff like that. That was really motivating, like showing how they like feel you, like yeah. And I don't know. I mean, yeah, probably that, like just seeing how someone can motivate you so much just by doing a little thing like helping you up.
Yeah. What's your favorite song? Oh wait, no, we did that. Tell us a funny story about something that happened with your team.
I mean, I would say this is pretty funny, like what I said, like the 4 own goals in one game. But like other than that, I'm pretty sure one time with AAU basketball, we tried to pass the ball in, and he literally threw it at his foot and it went out of bounds. That was pretty funny.
What's one thing your teammates would be surprised to learn about you?
I mean, most of them already know me, but like that, I have other hobbies like roller coasters, stuff like that. And going back to the question before that, I thought of a funnier memory. Like early basketball, we passed it in one time, and my teammate shot it on the wrong hoop and scored for the other team. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. What's one thing your teammates would be surprised? Oh wait, no, I did that. What's a hobby you're passionate about outside of sports?
So one hobby I'm pretty passionate about is roller coasters. Like you could ask me a question about any roller coaster at Kings Island, and I'd probably know the answer to it, to be honest. It's kind of crazy.
Just give me a second.
All right.
What is something that athletes don't know about this, but what is something that you would tell them to stay focused and a photographer is taking pictures of you guys on the bench or whatever?
I mean, there's a couple of pictures that you've taken that are of people looking at you, and it looks pretty funny because, like, I have one where I'm talking to Connor Boise, and he's literally just staring at you, taking a picture of us, and it just looks like he's aura farming.
Yeah, as a photographer, I personally do not like when people are looking at the camera because they get unfocused and sometimes they do not hear the coach speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, I've like seen like other photographers like posting a video of them like posting on what they don't like, and one of the other things it was of people staring at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I like it as well. At them staring at the camera. You can always do it like at a halftime when the coaches are not talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice if when coaches aren't talking and you're trying to think about this.
Like for a good pose or like
Yeah.
like a team picture or something like that. Like
Yeah.
you're like talking to your friend and then like you like signal us to make a pose or something, like that would be a cool picture.
Yeah, because like photographers are only there for you to get pictures of.
Mm-hmm.
They are not there to get like you just stealing out the camera. There's nothing against it, but it's just people sometimes just get unfocused after. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Chasing for Greatness. We've got another episode dropping soon, so keep an eye out. You won't want to miss it.